7, right? So this is T27 right here. Right there where Juan's standing is U27. That line right there where you're at.
Oh.
Step inside of it, though, watch. See, here's how it's boxed off, right? So this would be U27, right? This would be U28, T28. And then it would keep going that way. See, the line kept going. See? T29, U29.
Ah.
Right? Then it'll be
30.
T30, U30. Right?
Yep.
Then there goes the line over there. Like I told you, U31.
Uh-huh.
And then right on the corner of the thing is 32.
Where the jumper is.
Right when the corner of the jumper, that was my space. And this guy would have been 33, which is Sammy. My dad likes Sammy so much. Check this out. My dad used to sell these cribs for like almost $300, right? And they cost like $250 probably with the mattress, and they had drawers and everything. And Isa, the little girl, she was like a year old, a year and change maybe, you know, like almost 2. And they were packing stuff up, and she was they had put her in the car because they were about to put her in the car seat, and the car was running. And when we went to go grab something else, she put the car in gear, and it went in reverse, and it hit one of my dad's cribs. Then it just kept going, and it went into another stand, but luckily they were done packing up, but their tarp was still up. Destroyed the tarp, and all me, Sammy, and his friend San Juan were chasing the car.
Oh my God.
And Sammy caught up to the car and jumped in and put it in park, got his daughter out. He was all scared. Then he came and he asked my pops how much he owed him. My pops was like, not a damn thing. You know, and we're just glad your daughter was safe, you know?
Yeah, that's, oh my God.
Yeah.
How old was she?
She was like going to be 2 years old.
Dang, baby trying to drive off for a joyride.
That's
Okay.
Can we just do a little segment here where he's like definitively pointing out this is
Okay.
where the spot was? If you want to like prompt him.
Okay.
Like maybe ask
Prompt
him.
me.
I will prompt you.
Yeah, like ask him like, so you think this is, yeah.
So then because of the lines going in, this has to be...
This would have to be right here, like right in the corner of this right here.
Uh-huh.
You can still see the lines right here. See, like the line comes through. This would be the edge of my stand. You know what I mean? This is where I would put the corner of my poles so I could set up my tarp. This would be where my tarp was at. Park the van in the back. We used to set up our... I still remember the setup. I can see it like it was yesterday, man. I can see it.
Describe it.
Okay, the setup would be this. When you faced our stand, we had one big crib right here. That was like our money maker because it was a crib that turned into a youth bed later on. It had drawers on the bottom and some on the 2 on the bottom, 3 on the side, like a nightstand. We had cribs right here, but still like boxed cribs, you know, where you could open up one side to see what the color and what it might look like. Then there was a space in the middle. Then right here on this side of my stand, my dad had like strollers, car seats, high chairs. I remember he had a big wooden rocking chair that he would sell women for, I guess, for nursing in the room, you know. In the back, he had dresser drawers, the van, and then we had our ice chest right there. We would just chill, had a radio and bumping music. That's how we did it. That's all you did, man, was kick back, chop it up with your neighbors, people watch. In between the people watching and the talking, somebody would come up and they'd act like if they were interested in something. You'd walk up, what's up, can I help you? Give them the price of something. Let them know what you have to offer. One thing I remember is you had a lot of looky-loos. You know, people are just like window shopping type thing. What I do remember is this. A lot of older ladies, once I got older, a lot of older ladies would come and they'd say, hey, well, I'm looking for a crib for my granddaughter. My daughter's pregnant. And we also got my daughter's crib off of your dad when I was pregnant from her. So that was a lot of that going on because my dad was here for so long. Well, they say, 20 years is a generation, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, my dad was here for 30-some years.
Do you remember where the spots were where some people sold records?
Okay. I feel like calling my mom.
You can go look. Well,
all I know is this. when they moved my dad from U because they were starting to put something right here, they moved him to T. And there was another guy right here in the corner. He sold Spanish music, and another guy on this opposite corner sold Spanish music. Now, the oldies was on the other side of the plumbing.
Okay.
And that's how we would get lost.
That's how. Let's go try to find the oldies stalls.
My dad was cool. My dad he liked every kind of music, you know, and he would let us bump oldies and this and that. I remember, man, sometimes he started feeling good, you know. Supposedly he had a rule, you know, on my mom's rule. He wasn't supposed to start drinking till like 11, right? Mm-hmm. But some days it's hot like this, man. You dip in a little early and you start feeling buzzed. And we'd be playing the same music all the time. And he'd say, why don't you go... You see, this little walkway didn't used to be right here. These were all just regular stands, right? This used to be Norwalk Records.
Oh, they used to have a stand here.
That's who Bill Walker is.
Yeah, but before they have a store now.
No, they had both.
They had both.
Yeah,
Oh.
they had the store all week long, this and that. And on the weekend, Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday, the lady, her son, Bill Walker, would sell right here.
Okay, and what, they would sell only their releases?
No, they sold everything. Everything. The same thing they sold in the store. They sold everything. They sold newer rap, oldies, rock, everything. And then I remember while I was a teenager, Bill ended up hooking up with Thump Records.
Yeah.
Became the producer of the Thump record albums.
Thank you.
Yep.
So
Now,
you remember there's a few other ones?
well, in the back, 2 rows from here, they're not there no more, was Randy.
So 2 rows over?
2 rows down that way was some white guys that used to sell music too. I remember they had a lot of albums, like 45s, you know, vinyl pretty much to choose from. You know, my brother used to go hang out with that guy a lot too. I think his name was Randy. I'm not sure because I know it's Billy, which is Bill Walker. I think that guy was Randy, and then there was one more guy. I forgot his name. He used to sell used albums, but hard to find stuff too, though. Mm-hmm. His was mostly like hard to find stuff, already open, like collectors type stuff. Mm-hmm. And then there was Robert, older guy who sold. He sold all the tarps that people use, but he also sold a bunch of music. You know, nothing that collectors would want, but if you listen to oldies, he'd have what you're looking for when it came to regular, like Ralphie Pagan, the East Side Story type things, Donnie Elbert, Dee Sharp, all that stuff. He'd have it.
Is his stall still here?
What the hell? Yeah, it's still here. But man, this whole snack bar didn't look nowhere near this big. The snack bar probably ended like about maybe 1 row of tables back, and there was a little stage right here for.
There wasn't this big old stage.
Hell no.
So Robert's stall was over here?
Robert's stall was right here. I remember Robert was cool because, I don't know, just because he was Chicano, you know, I could come talk to him. A lot of times I'd come and I'd talk to him, and he knew why I was here too. He'd be like, aren't you supposed to be helping your pops right now?
Oh.
You know, and I'd be, yeah, he doesn't mind. Mm-hmm. And I'd be looking at records and we'd talk, and then he'd start laughing because he
was always here the whole time?
He's always been in the same spot, yeah.
He must just get close
right on the corner. You know his spot, and you know what? That's why we do know it's his. Watch, look. See this right here? These little things? It's because Robert sells flags too, you know?
Okay.
Like flags of different countries, flags of Bob Marley, flags of Raider Nation. You know, everything you could think of, you know, he'll sell you a flag. Elvis Presley, you know, whatever. And then he has oldies. And I think he started to sell like little medallions and stuff like that, like made out of rope and hemp and stuff like that.
As far as you know, he's still here and probably just closed the day.
He's still here.
Okay. And out of all the guys that you mentioned, the record guys, who do you think is the one that asked your brother to be on the cover?
I remember my dad saying el gabacho, which is the